In this topic, we're going to see how to map a user from the SAP HANA database into a BOBJ user and consume the analytic privileges programmed at the SAP HANA database. Okay, let's go to the IDT layer and we're going to create a new project. We're going to say Coupa test and say finish. Now before we proceed, what I want to do is I'm going to take you to the CMC where we manage the BOBJ users and map it to a HANA user. To do that, we need to go to the Central Management Console, which is available as a link here. And let me authenticate myself. We can go to Users and Groups. And I'm going to search for YH user 4 and open it. So if you see here, I have mapped it to a database. So I have enabled the database credentials. If you see, it's enabled and the username at the database level is training Coupa and I've given the necessary passwords. Generally speaking, this will be disabled and you will only have the enterprise username and password. Okay, wonderful. Let's go back. And go back to information design tool. So if you see here, the repository is at the YH user 4 level. So we have mapped the YH user 4 to the training Coupa user. So keep that in mind. Now let's go ahead and build a relational connection. So we're gonna call it Coupa test and pull up the SAP HANA database JDBC driver, and here we're gonna say, instead of username and password, we're gonna say business object credential mapping. So it will take the same user as a credential mapping. However, you do have to give your host name and instance number. Okay, let's say it and then let's say finish. So it looks fine. Let's test the connection. All right, it looks good. Now let's go ahead and create a secure connection. So we're going to publish this to a repository. We're going to say next and say finish. Yes, I want to create a shortcut, so you have a shortcut here. Now let's go ahead and create a data foundation. Call it Coupa test df. It's a single source. Let's say next. Take the secure connection and let's say finish. Now if you open this, you will only have a set of schemas which you can see, and then you have the sys_bic schema. So let's open it and let's go down and find the object which we programmed the credentials on. So that's going to be Coupa_actual. So let's pull it out and drop it here. Wonderful. Let's save everything and let's go ahead and create a business layer. It's going to be on a relational data foundation. We're going to call it Coupa test BL. This is nothing but a universe. So we're going to create it on top of the Coupa test df. So let's say finish. That's about it. So you have the business layer here now, and now let's go ahead and test the query and let's see what kind of data comes up. So let's go to queries and hit query. Now let's see the revenue for a specific land, and we also need the period and the land. So now if I hit refresh, you see that I'm only getting values for Germany and 2012. So naturally, if I build a report on top of this universe, I will only find these values. That's how you map SAP HANA database user to a BOBJ user.